audio chat. Oh damn. Is that a ghost? In my chat? It's more likely than you think. Hello? How you doing? What's up, ghost? Welcome in. Hope you've been having a good day. Ba, 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 ba. It is another lovely Thursday here in what's the name of this place anyway? I don't know exactly. I just kind of showed up here one day. But hi! How you doing? Good morning. Are you ready for an incredibly spooky stream? We'll be playing a game involving one of the most brutal and fearsome monsters known to mankind. Women. Been good. Stuck at work all day, but it's been good. I see, I see. Very good, very good, very nice. Well, I hope work wasn't too bad. Hopefully not too bad. Did you get your days off again? I hope so. How long ago when was that? I hope you got days off again. It's stupid of them to want to make you work 7 days a week. Blah. Disgusting. Mama. Women. Surely we'll be safe in Eleanor's hands, right? Right? I hope. Hopefully. 2 out of the 4 women we've been with so far have given us reason to take a couple stars off of their Yelp rating. You think you need exposure therapy? Me too. Me too. I'm deathly afraid of women. Absolutely. Like, especially the pretty ones. Holy shit. Like, I don't know if I could handle it if people would just like send me pictures of pretty women. Like, no. But I need to conquer my fears, right? With exposure therapy. Is there anyone who can help? You need more in your life so you can get over? Yes. You see, you understand. We understand each other. Maybe we can help each other get through this together. Huh? Maybe. You know any women? Huh? And I know a few. Just a few. No? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I suppose in the meantime, until we meet women, we've always got the 2D space like this, right? Yeah. We've got things like love curse to help us. All right. Love curse. Are we ready? Oh damn, that's the wrong scene. Damn. Here we go. Fix. It's very rough. The last pretty woman got a new job 2 years ago and you haven't seen her since. Oh. But that's okay. Workplace romances would not recommend. You need to find somebody outside the workplace. Maybe like hobby groups could be good, yeah? Then you could both have a common interest. Yeah. That's always good, yeah? Yeah. But anywho, it's time to practice. Yes. Practice with 2D women like this. That's true, she got a new job. So technically, you're not workmates anymore. Now you just need an excuse to go over to where she works. Right? Or not. Don't take my word as gospel. No, don't come to me for advice. I have no experience in this. Why you think I'm a VTuber playing Yuri dating sim, huh? It's fine. Fine. Let's just continue with the game, yeah? Okay. The game will help us forget. During the weekend, Eleanor and I decided to visit a viral shop. We walked down the newly constructed sidewalk. It's a smooth surface, comfortable to walk down. But... Careful! I gotta get used to doing her voice again. Oh boy, how did I do it? Think of Cassidy's face. Although it's more... something... Let me drink first, actually. Don't take Nui's advice. It's exactly... You got it. Oh, but then you're taking my advice by taking that advice. Oh... What a conundrum. Oh. Anywho... I lurched forward, accidentally tripping over my own feet. Thank goodness Eleanor reacted in time and caught me. Watch where you're going. I don't want you to fall. I smile bitterly. The last few days have been a complete disaster. They include, but are not limited to, events such as toppling over a shelf with a loose screw while looking for my package, picking up my pen from underneath my desk, but then slamming my head into the desk. Aww. Why are we so cute? No wonder they all want her, huh? These events add on, one top of the other. I'm covered with bruises after this series of unlucky events. Ugh, I've been so unlucky recently. Everything bad keeps happening to me. What do you mean? I recount the recent events. Towards the very end, I find myself confused. Nothing goes right when you're unlucky. A few days ago, I was finishing the last slide of my PowerPoint when the entire building just loses power. Thankfully, an older version of the PowerPoint got saved, so I didn't lose too much content. Otherwise, I would have died on the spot. That sounds rough. How long has this been going on? Since last week. But it's all just tiny things. However, add them all together and it's a pain. Laugh if you want, but I can be a little superstitious. All this is making me wonder if I've been cursed. We have been. There's nothing to laugh about. Midway through her sentence, she stops and turns around, asking me about my circumstances. Hello, Zelda. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Nice to see you in here. Have you bought anything new, or have you had any guests over? Any changes in your home? If you don't mind, I can visit your apartment and see if something's off. I was just venting. I didn't expect her to say such words, especially knowing how much of a science person she is. So, I don't know if we should hesitate or not. I think maybe we should be surprised. Then who knows? We'll try one, and if it's not good, we do the other. I'm surprised you know all this. I've only scratched the surface. I sometimes read these books during my free time. I thought you didn't believe in this kind of stuff, and that you were going to tell me it's all in my head. Science isn't absolute. There's more territory that deserves to be explored. I can visit your apartment to take a look if you trust me. That's how we play. But then sometimes we select the correct option first, and then we're happy. I am not as distracted as I typically am. Maybe it's because of my chat with Eleanor. My heart leaps with joy thinking about her concern for my safety. The following day, I invite Eleanor over. I open the door, welcoming Eleanor in. However, she completely stops just one step in. What happened? Her face pales, staring at the corner of my room. Her expression has me panicking, and I follow her gaze. There's nothing there. Did you see something? Eleanor's expression is solemn. She silently reaches for a talisman. It's nothing big. I brought a home protection talisman. All you have to do is stick it on the door. The bad luck will slowly dissipate. A home protection talisman? She knows a lot about this. So, is my apartment really cursed? Eleanor is silent for a long time before she lets out a long sigh. She meets my eyes, her gaze firm. Yes, but don't worry. The talisman will fix everything. She can see ghosts and stuff. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. She's like a medium or something. Maybe that's it. Any other person in my position would laugh it off as a joke. But I know the world is darker than it seems. I easily accept her words. Phoenix and Belle both haven't been home recently. Some sort of curse has slipped into my home. I still can't believe you know so much about this. It's unbelievable. I've simply read about it before. Since this involves you, I prepared wholeheartedly. I can't volunteer and do a bad job, can I? Master, I leave my life in your hands. Alright, that's enough out of you. She hands me a yellow talisman. I cast my eyes over it, not really understanding all the complicated runes. Stick this to your front door. Nothing else will happen in the future. I would say I listen to you, because asking am I really cursed right now, that like shows that I haven't really been sincere and that I'm doubting her. Yeah. Master, you're incredible. I'll follow your every order. You trust me? If anything else happens, you should invite a professional. Thank you so much, Eleanor. I know a couple of people in the field, so I'll ask them when they have time. You should take care in the future as well. Trust what you see. Eleanor gives me a few tips regarding the layout of my room, and even helps me rearrange my vases. Maybe the curse that set your destiny astray. Yeah, it could be that curse, yeah. Maybe Eleanor will help me dispel it instead of Yay. I listen attentively, even taking a few notes. Thank you, Master Eleanor. Be careful on your way home. You too. Goodbye. I watch Eleanor walk away. I'm about to head back inside when two excited faces exit the elevator. We're back! Gigi! Look at the food I bought for you! Let me in, it's so hot outside. You're back! Huh? Gigi? What's that? Nyx's attention diverts to my front door. I follow her intense gaze. Oh, my friend gave me a home protection talisman. She told me it gets rid of curses. But that talisman is useless. It's just a piece of scrap paper. Randomly sticking things on your door might even backfire. You should rip it off. I don't trust you. No. Really? You know about Taoism? They're all related. I just know a little. Strange. Why is she saying the opposite of Eleanor? Has the talisman made things better? Yeah, I feel so much more relaxed. My mind is clear as a summer's day. A little over-exaggerative. I'm just playing along. But if the talisman is truly that powerful, will it stop my good luck as well? You're imaginative. Very imaginative. Do you feel like it stopped your good luck? I don't think so. Don't remove it if you don't have to, got it? Okay. Text me if there's anything else. Get some rest. Now we know that it's definitely a legit talisman because Nixie was against it. Oh god. What if Nixie and Eleanor start fighting? I invited Eleanor to come visit my apartment over the weekend. It's early in the morning. I'm not even done with breakfast when I hear my doorbell ring. You're here! Yes, I wanted to see you earlier. My apartment's not going to disappear if you're late. Eleanor says, yet she has no intention of taking my seat. Instead, she looks around the room. Maybe it's because my apartment is cursed. Last time Eleanor was here, she gave me a home protection talisman, which Nixie called useless. I asked Phoenix when she returned. She doesn't say much, instead reciting a spell and reporting back that she'd cleansed my home. She removed the talisman Eleanor had left. Eleanor was right. My home really was cursed. After that, I let Eleanor know a summary of what happened. I told her an old friend had helped me cleanse my home, so everything's fine now. Where are your friends? I didn't see them last time I was here. One's not up yet, and the other already went outside. She hands me a paper bag that's about to overflow. I open it up and it's filled with sweets. Just a gift. Before I can thank her, I hear the sounds of slippers. Oh, is this your friend? I turn around. Belle groggily rubs her eyes, standing in the doorway. Why are you up so early? Huh? Is that... Changi? Belle's voice rises, shouting out a name I've never heard before. I have no idea if I said that name right, by the way. Eleanor's face pales. So they know each other, huh? Of course. The cat demon and the exorcist. The two of them stand there stiffly, the atmosphere suddenly intense. I feel uneasy, so... Hmm. 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 Definitely saving here. Let's let's ask who Zhang is. Belle, her name is Eleanor. You must have the wrong person. Who's Zhang? Is that a friend of yours? Or is it just Zhang? Maybe it's just Zhang or something like that. Belle's eyebrows furrow. I've never seen such an uneasy expression on her face before. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. It's right across. It's right across. Who? What are you two talking about, Belle? Right across is Nixie? I'm returning to my room. Eleanor's breathing grows labored and sweat drips down from her forehead. Her gaze is ice cold. So she knows about the presence of a demon here, huh? Selena, did you lure me here on purpose? Huh? Nothing. Eleanor looks down and mutters. Something's wrong. The shocked Belle and the frosty, interrogative Eleanor both leave me terrified. This is all because of that name Belle said. Zhang. What does this name signify? What about this name has the two of them acting so weirdly? My heart races. I don't have the time to figure out the entire story. Both of them are unstable, so I should try to calm them down first. I'll bet we knew each other in the past life. Yeah? Back when we were the other person. Whose name I have annoyingly forgotten. Yeah, I think so. Eleanor, are you okay? Eleanor? I call her name repeatedly, but she doesn't respond. She stands there like a statue, her eyebrows furrowed, as though she's suddenly wandered into an unknown world. We were cookie back then. That is true. I suddenly feel an intense panic, as if something unpredictable and uncontrollable is taking root. I've never seen Eleanor like this before. She's always so prepared and ready, unlike her current lost self. This scene shakes me to my core. I sharply inhale, ready to comfort her again. Eleanor suddenly looks up, emotionless. She stares intensely at me. Her eyes are a mixture of pain, guilt, and self-loathing. Countless emotions mixed together, so complex that I can't dissect them. Sorry, I can't stay any longer. I have to go. Everything happened so fast. She only arrived a few minutes ago, and now I shout, ah! Grab her hand. Grab her hand? Oh! I raised the unknown bar. Okay. I don't know what came over me, but Eleanor can leave. But before Eleanor can leave, I race forward, grabbing her hand. Her warm touch doesn't linger for long. She shakes my hand off. I stand there, confused and dazed, staring at my hand. Eleanor. My voice chokes. Eleanor has never treated me so coldly before. I tell myself repeatedly that it's fine, that she's just in a bad mood. I shouldn't cry, but the more I think about it, the more my eyes burn. She doesn't even look back at me. She stands there and hesitates before leaving me with a few comforting words. I'm sorry, Selena. I'll see you next time. After that, she leaves. I'm standing there, alone. The door slams shut and the apartment falls into silence. Belle knows she did something wrong. She plays with her shirt, nervous. Right, I'm curious. I'm curious. What happens if we just call the name? Nothing. Okay. Nothing then. I'm hoping that raising that doesn't lead to the bad end. But we'll see. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but she... What was it again? Zhang? The name reminds me of that entire mess. I can't help but feel annoyed and wronged. So, who's this Zhang? I can't say. Belle straightens her posture, her expression serious as she shakes her head. Why did you call Eleanor Zhang? Do they look similar? Everything that happens leaves me a stumbling mess. I feel exhausted. Even though I just woke up, Eleanor and I were supposed to study. How did it come to this? And the two people that caused this debacle both refuse to explain. I feel powerless and slightly enraged. Belle, what happened between you and Eleanor? Why won't you tell me? Nothing happened between us. It's between you and... I don't want to keep this from you, but now's not the time. I promise I won't hurt you, so don't be mad. I can't make this decision on my own. We have to at least wait until Phoenix is back and discuss this amongst the three of us. But I might have scared your friend. I'll apologize to her next time. My heart is full of resentment, yet there's no avenue for me to express those feelings. From what Belle's saying, I can tell whatever she's hiding involves me. Why don't I know anything about this if it involves me? This feeling of powerlessness has surrounded me ever since Phoenix saved me from that car crash. I'm just an average person. I can't do much else than convince myself to stay positive. I said that kind of wrong. Hold on. I'm just an average person. I can't do much else than convince myself to stay positive. Belle was very adamant about not telling me. I'm not getting an answer out of her. I returned to my room. Passing by the dining table, I noticed Eleanor's gift. One of the mousse cakes was lying there in a transparent box wrapped by bright, colorful ribbons. Someone accidentally bumped into it. Cream drips down the box, making it a mess. Yes, we do not need another iris. No. Zhang. This was a mysterious name she'd never heard before. But why did her heart and soul start violently trembling when she heard it? Eleanor's mind is a mess. She's never been unable to control herself, and her only solution was to leave Selena's apartment as fast as possible. Oh, so not even she knows. Okay. She doesn't have the memories of the past life either. When she saw Selena's lonely eyes, she knew she should have stayed. Would it have been better to stay? But why is it that every time she sees her, an inexplicable sense of guilt rises in her chest? Maybe she's the one who killed us. Let's stop speculating and just go through, yeah? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. In a daze, Eleanor finds herself back home before realizing it. Cassidy is not there. The place is so silent it's scary. Thoughts whirl around her head like an endless cesspool. Fragmented memories swimming about, crying for her attention. But when she tries to grab onto those memories, they shatter into tiny pieces and get swept away by the waves, bound to a fate of endless roaming. Back then, That girl, her friend, called out to me with a mysterious name. I should remember. Zhang. Eleanor softly repeats the name. She's not sure what it necessarily means, yet it's consumed her mind. It's as though this name has been lurking within herself for a long time, only emerging today. Her head is pounding. Something's trying to break free of its shackles. Zhang, my friend, understand these words. A sealed letter swims in the sea of her memories. Yet she only remembers the parting words that person had left behind. The moon wanes, yet fills another day. Sword breaks, leaving behind a trail of frost. Light doesn't vanish forever during the night, so why fear dying in glory? Everything feels like a blur, like the dimly lit street lamps she's driving by. No matter how far she runs, she'll never catch up. A surge of memories drowns her. She feels her chest pounding, as if it's violently reminding her to search, to capture these fleeting memories. Her heart tightens with fury and resentment every time she recalls those shattered fragments. Why did she make that decision on her own? Why did she proceed, knowing the danger ahead? Fuguang. That was the name. This strange name unintentionally slips out of her mouth. Eleanor sees her. She looks exactly the same as Selena, yet her expression is more determined and her temperament more composed. It's you, Fuguang. The Fuguang from her memories stares at her softly, her gaze making Eleanor want to escape. She stands there unmoving, silent and expressionless. Eleanor wants to grab her hand, but to no avail. The hem of Fuguang's clothes flips through her fingers like thin air. Yeah, that was the old name. Cookie's old name. In a trance, she watches as Fuguang weakly collapses like a willow tree into a pool of her own blood. She slowly closes her eyes. Her uncontrollable rage suddenly dissipates into thin air. All that remains are endless feelings of guilt and remorse. The scene is a nightmare that haunts her week after week in the dead of night. She feels a dagger stabbing into her heart. She wants to repent, wants to keep Selena by her side forever. By her side forever? Oh, it's all my fault. I won't lose you again. Her feelings towards Selena have never been clearer. She now understands why she feels a strange sense of familiarity whenever she's around Selena. Only one question remains. Who was that girl? She wouldn't have remembered her past life if it weren't for that girl who called her Zhang. I don't care who she is, and I don't care what happens. Nothing will get in my way this time. Well, maybe. I said no more speculating. No more. Blah. I ask Phoenix about Eleanor's sudden outburst, but she also refuses to answer my questions. This makes me conclude that the answer is likely related to my curse. After that day, Eleanor and I both avoid talking about what happened, pretending like everything's normal, like nothing ever happened. But deep down, we both know something has changed. God damn it, she's crazy too. we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. She may have said she wants me to be together with her forever, but We'll see. Eleanor doesn't have any plans today. She's walking me home. We talk like usual, our conversation getting rid of all the exhaustion and fatigue from attending a full day's worth of lectures. I reluctantly let go of Eleanor's hand once we arrive downstairs. Well, I guess it's goodbye. I should head upstairs. Eleanor doesn't say anything. She warmly looks at me, unwilling to let go. My face flushes. This is exactly like scenes from the romantic TV shows I watch, where they kiss before saying goodbye. Why is your face so red? As though she's read my mind, she teases me, moving closer and closer. Gigi! A crisp shout interrupts both of us, shattering this dreamy moment. A shout, okay. Gigi! Something more like that, maybe. Something along the lines of having you this time. Yeah. Eleanor and I immediately move away from each other. I follow the voice and spot Nyx waving at me a short distance away. Once Eleanor spots Nyx, her grip on my hand tightens. Nyx walks forward, beaming, and then looks at Eleanor. Gigi, is this your friend? Who is this? The two have clearly met before, yet they're pretending not to know each other. Both of them stare at me. Introduce Eleanor first. Do it. Yes. Introduce. Eleanor. Yes. This is Eleanor, one of my best friends. She's walking me home. Eleanor lightly smiles, ignoring Nyx's intense stare, and wraps her arm around my shoulders. Hello, I'm Eleanor. Nyx begrudgingly greets Eleanor. I almost thought you two were dating with how close you are. So you're just friends with Gigi, right? They bicker back and forth. The atmosphere is so tense you could cut the air with a knife. Neither one of them refuses to let up on the other. I'm stuck in the middle, my palms dripping with sweat. Eleanor, this is my neighbor, Nyx Jia. Nyx Jia? Didn't we meet at the barbecue restaurant? Yeah, I just moved in back then. I'm grateful to Gigi for taking such good care of me. Eleanor laughs coldly. Nyxie, your spirit lives on, doesn't it? Her expression is icy. Her tone is unfriendly. It feels like they're about to get into a fight. Nyxie, do you two know each other? This again. Why this strange attitude? What is Eleanor hiding from me? What qualms does she have with Nyx? Now that I think about it, Nyx has also been acting quite weird. Looking back, Nyx and Phoenix's interactions were also oft-putting. Eleanor doesn't continue fighting with Nyx. She grabs my wrist. Don't worry about her. Phoenix should be home, right? I'll walk you upstairs. How does Eleanor know Phoenix? My mind is filled with questions. But wait, Eleanor! Gigi, be careful! Eleanor, slow down! She drags me upstairs with no explanation and pushes the door open. She marches towards Phoenix, who's currently making tea in the living room. Eleanor, what's wrong? Why don't you return to your room? I have something I'd like to discuss with Phoenix in private. Eleanor's expression is serious, but also pleading. My heart anxiously pounds against my chest. Is it related to me? We'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay? Well, obviously we're saying we trust you. Yes. I trust you. Okay. I trust you, Eleanor. Doubt crossed my mind, but I choose to trust her. Eleanor lets out a sigh of relief. She lifts her hand, wanting to brush her fingers against my hair, but pauses midway, instead pushing a stray strand behind my ear. Thank you for trusting me. I promise I'll tell you everything eventually. Phoenix, Eleanor has a question for you. Are you free? Yes, I shall answer her questions as best I may. She doth wish for thee to return. Thou shouldst listen to her. I returned to my room alone and shut the door. Their voices become muffled. Zhang, thou art come at last. Long time no see, Phoenix. Eleanor frowns when she notices Phoenix's unruffled look. She glances towards Selena's door and lowers her volume. Since you're aware, please explain to me why you knowingly broke the rules. Jimei appeared again today. Why didn't you stop them from meeting? Who do you stand with? 1,000 years have passed, yet my resolve to guard my master hath never wavered, nor need I prove it now. As for Jimei, the master of the family hath spoken, and I cannot interfere. Yet there is no harm in revealing this much. Jimei is her predestined fate. The knot that is tied must be by its own hand loosed. Those who dare to meddle shall suffer grievous consequences. Eleanor laughs coldly, raising her voice. The head of the family is simply playing with her like she's a toy. What if she dies because of your grand plan? Phoenix is solemn. Her eyes are steady. A soul scattered across both earth and firmament. There is no harm in nurturing it anew. How dare you say that? Eleanor's expression tightens. She clenches her fist, desperately trying to contain her anger. Her fingernails leave indents in her palms. Phoenix watches her, sipping her tea. The master has her reasons, and I shall obey. Yet, Zhang, thy past life hath ended. 'Tis a pity the cat demon spoke but one word too many. Drawing thee back to thy obsession, wilt thou be shackled by a life long gone? So Belle's a cat demon. An additional threat I must keep her safe from. Starting today, I'll ensure she's by my side all the time. I refuse to lose her. How art thou different from Jimei in thy obstinacy? Eleanor's breath stagnates. She looks up. Phoenix calmly meets her gaze, her eyes clear as day, showing her intent. Different from Jimei? The Jimei from 1,000 years ago and today's Nick Zhang merge in Eleanor's head. They're both coquettish and irritating. Zhang, thou hast returned as Eleanor. Why dost thou dwell still upon the past? Karma spins its wheel with no heed for mortal design. Thou knowest well the price of defying fate. That's none of your concern. See, crazy. Best crazy though, yes, exactly. It's the good kind of yandere, right? Right? Yeah. I mean, technically, she just wants to keep us safe from demons and people who want to use us. So, is it that bad? She seems fine with my other friends, as far as I know. I sit in my chair. My thoughts are running amok. I'm still as lost and confused as ever. Why do they keep hiding things from me? They all know something, yet I'm sitting here like an idiot. I'm stuck here by myself, waiting for them to discuss my fate. Hi, Virgil. Welcome in. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. A knock resonates through my room. Seems like they're done talking. I stand up, gently pushing the door open. Phoenix is as calm as ever, yet Eleanor's eyes are faintly red. She sharply inhales when she sees me. Eleanor, what happened? It's nothing. I'm heading out. Why don't you walk with me? Okay, I will. Even though I'm feeling low and my brain is still full of unanswered questions, seeing Eleanor's red eyes makes the ache in my chest worsen. I walk Eleanor downstairs. Both of us have individual matters plaguing our minds. We fall into silence. Eleanor glances back, as if sensing the questions swimming through my head. Why? Selena, we haven't known each other for a long time, but you've become someone I cherish and deeply care for. Her abrupt speech leaves me stunned. That eerie feeling of familiarity once again creeps into my heart. There are countless times when her close proximity has awakened an indistinct feeling in my heart. When we were side by side, when our eyes lock, when we hold hands. Me too. My mood always sours whenever I see someone else by her side. My heart skips a beat. Her words have many implications. Yandere being one of them. And I'm unsure of what she's attempting to express. That's because... Eleanor pauses, her expression serious. I'm entranced by the piercing cold and color of her eyes. Our sudden close proximity leaves me breathless. I like you, Selena. Anyone who sees their crush with others would be jealous. Their crush? Eleanor has a crush on me? And now faced with her sudden confession, my mind draws a blank. When did this start? Was it when we studied together in the library? Or was it when we set off fireworks together on New Year's? I revisit the memories I've recently shared with Eleanor. The lingering sourness and confusion that had been clouding my heart suddenly dissipate into thin air, leaving behind a sense of clarity that illuminates the feelings buried within me. My heart thumps. Do I like Eleanor as well? I look into Eleanor's eyes. Her emotions surge like a blazing fire. I'm certain they're genuine, but deep down I also notice a hint of sadness. Eleanor, are you okay? Did something go wrong when you were talking with Phoenix? No, it's nothing. I recently had a nightmare. You were in danger, but I had no way of protecting you. After waking up, I realized I don't want to live in a world where you're not by my side. Will you be my girlfriend? So it's because of a dream. Eleanor cuts me off, knowing what I'm about to say. No, that's not it. It's not because of a dream. It's because I love you. I want to stay by your side forever. You felt it too, right? Every time we're together? I think you don't hate me. You might even like me, am I right? Eleanor reads me like an open book. Or perhaps she saw me through me ages ago. I slowly nod my head, meeting her gaze. Eleanor, I like you too. She beams, radiant like the sun. Since we both feel the same way about each other, why don't we start dating, Selena? As if we kind of haven't already been. Yes. Eleanor lets out a sigh of relief after I agree. You doing alright? Good. Very good. I'm glad. We don't say anything else. She just keeps staring at me with those golden orbs of hers. It goes on for so long that I grow a tad bit unsettled. I gently remind her, Eleanor, I'll do my best to protect you. It's okay, Eleanor. It was just a nightmare. Don't be so anxious, alright? Eleanor slightly smiles and nods, but I can tell it's forced. Okay, let's say goodbye. It's getting late. You should head back upstairs. Contact me if anything comes up. I don't care if you text or call. I'll always be there. I stand there, watching her disappear into the distance. Her abrupt confession leaves me filled with doubt. I was not at all immersed in the romantic atmosphere. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh. It's the water. Trust me. What did Eleanor talk about with Phoenix? She promised to tell me what she could, yet she ended up saying nothing. And then she ended up confessing her feelings for me after her discussion with Phoenix. What happened between those two? Is there a connection I don't know about? Eleanor, what's on your mind? Are you home? A knock comes from outside the door. I quickly collect myself. Yeah, come in, Cassidy. Cassidy walks in, holding a few snacks. I assume they're for me. You didn't eat dinner. I got worried and brought you some snacks. Did we move in? Did we move in with them? A few days ago. Selena, move in with me. That answers my question. Why? I'll be able to ensure your safety if you're by my side. I'm about to speak, but Eleanor cuts me off. I've been having the same nightmare over and over again. The one where I lose you. Every time I wake up, I want to make sure you're safe, but you're not by my side. I've been losing sleep over this. Her eyes are bloodshot. I can see the bags beneath her eyes. My heart softens, worried for her, and I exhale. Okay, Eleanor. I'll move in with you. Was wondering how she knew we hadn't had dinner? Yeah, and I was immediately curious about the new room, and Cassidy asking who's home. Or if I'm home. And with that, I quickly moved into her apartment. I protested against this, but Eleanor has me sleeping in her room. She takes the couch for herself. Ah, come on, Eleanor. I guess we're not at that stage yet. Oh well. I guess we technically just only officially started dating a few days ago. I let out a sigh, staring at my suitcase in such an unfamiliar room. What does Eleanor have nightmares about? Why won't she tell me? Are you thinking about my sister? I snap back to reality. Cassidy pushes the snacks toward me. Well, we have no reason to lie, do we? I nod. Eleanor has been influencing my emotions, but this isn't something I can tell Cassidy. This has nothing to do with her. Eleanor went out. She likely won't be home anytime soon. Got it. Thanks for taking care of me, Cassidy. I'm sorry, Selena. Why are you apologizing? You did nothing wrong. My sister forced you to move in. You must be furious. Am I angry? I ask myself, and the answer is a firm no. I'm not angry. I'm just perplexed. Eleanor has been in a bad mood, yet she won't tell me anything. Plus, I found out that she and one of my roommates share a secret, and this secret has something to do with me. However, they won't tell me what it is. I feel awful. I really want to know what they're hiding from me. A murky thought lingering at the bottom of my heart suddenly becomes clear. If I want to understand the entire story, I need to know what Eleanor is hiding from me. I see. Cassidy, do you know anything about this? Me? Her eyes are hazy and she immediately shakes her head. I don't. No one can figure out what Eleanor is thinking. She's been like this forever. I think that even if she's keeping something from you, it's for your own good. She's done the same with me. Do even sisters keep secrets from each other? I remember last time when I was looking at Eleanor's old pictures, she mentioned something similar. Her hesitance makes me doubtful. What was it? I never understood why Eleanor acted so strangely when we were kids. When I was in high school, a chance encounter shed some light on the situation. My sister... Cassidy starts whispering, enunciating every word, as though she's afraid I'll think she's lying. It's like she saw something others couldn't. Cass, don't walk home with me anymore. I'll get a driver to take you home. Huh? What about you? Eleanor sighs and pats Cassidy's head. I'm being haunted by something, and it refuses to leave me alone. Sometimes they'll vent their anger out on you, thinking it's me. We should keep our distance from one another. What are they? I don't know. Cassidy is puzzled, but she always listens to Eleanor. She doesn't ask any further questions. Yeah, so even though she didn't remember things, she still had some of her old exorcist medium senses and such. Cassidy is puzzled, but she always listens to Eleanor. She doesn't ask any further questions. Okay then. I'm going home. Be careful. Remember to keep your amulet on you. My sister even hired a professional who breaks curses. Eleanor probably has a sixth sense. She hired someone who knew how to expel ghosts. When I had my streak of bad luck, she immediately saw it and helped. My sister never mentioned anything about it ever again. Life returned to normal. Eleanor has always been exemplary, and some would say she's even perfect. She got into a good high school, then placed into a top college. My heart slowly calms down listening to Cassidy's words. Perhaps Eleanor is keeping everything a secret because she saw dangers I can't. Is Eleanor the only one who can see them? That didn't do anything, so Cassidy, since you and Eleanor are twins, can you see them as well? I mean, that was pretty obvious that she can't. So I think this question is stupid. Well, let's go back to the other. Nope. Eleanor said those things never pester me. She made sure to protect me, but recently it's like she's a whole new person. She keeps saying weird things. A whole new person. For some reason, the name Zhang pops into my mind again. Yeah, I think we'll go back now. That's probably the point where it becomes the same. So, she never mentioned them again? Cassidy nods. Since it's Eleanor, she probably wouldn't mention it even if she did keep on seeing them. Or maybe she already found a solution. I don't find it strange. Eleanor doesn't like others worrying about her. So you feel the same. After my conversation with Cassidy, I developed some of my own theories and grow more worried about Eleanor's recent behavior. Thanks for telling me all this, Cassidy. It really helps. Yeah, glad I could lend a hand. During our chat, I noticed that Eleanor owns quite a number of books about Xuanxue. You name it, she has it on her bookshelves. It's like an entire library. Is Xuanxue the, exorcism techniques, maybe? Maybe. Sure, a lot of events involving Shui have happened recently, but those densely packed books still give rise to a mysterious feeling inside my chest. Eleanor recently bought all those books. She bought many other things as well. Other things? Yep. Cassidy reaches underneath the desk. There's a paper box filled with all kinds of tools. Yeah, supernatural. Yeah, probably. I don't know which flea market she picked all these up at. Weird. I haven't seen her touch gadgets like these in a long time. All this stuff. My head spins looking at all these treasures. I vaguely hear a voice speaking to me from a distance. Oh shit, we're blurring out! Oh. Now we're back. Are you okay? Selena? You look pale. Does this stuff mean anything to you? It's possible. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just too tired. Cassidy's expression fills with worry. Just like me, she's been kept on the outside. She's further from the truth than I am. Her sister and her friend are involved in a complicated situation, yet she can't ask about it. A pang of guilt strikes my heart. Perhaps it's because I can empathize with her. Don't worry, Cassidy. I'm fine. I don't know how she really feels, but Cassidy can't hide her loneliness. Okay. I'm heading out. You should try to relax. Poor Cassidy. Why can't we date Cassidy? I know she belongs with Megan, but humph. I like Cassidy too. Okay. I nod. Cassidy leaves the snacks next to me and leaves my room, gently shutting the door. I pick up one of the pastries and take a small bite. The sweetness runs through my veins. The flavor refreshing, but I simply can't bring myself to enjoy it. I pace around Eleanor's room, making a decision that never even crossed my mind. Questions keep piling up, and there's more and more I don't understand. Since Eleanor has me here, I'm going to use this time to uncover the truth. I hear rustling outside the door, followed by footsteps increasing in volume. 1 second later, Eleanor pushes open the door. I'm sitting at the desk. I turn around to meet her smiling face. I'm back. How was your day? Right now, Eleanor's familiar smile feels foreign. The school's supermarket is packed with people during lunch. I squeeze past the crowd after paying. Just as I go to unscrew the lid of my drink, someone roughly grabs my wrist. I finally found you. Eleanor, where did you go? Why didn't you tell me? You disappeared in the blink of an eye. I got worried. Sorry, Eleanor. I was thirsty. This brand of soda is delicious. I love their lychee flavor. Want a sip? I don't feel like I've done anything wrong, but Eleanor seems to disagree. Nah, she's becoming controlling. Oh boy, should we cheer her up? I don't know, I don't want to encourage this behavior, really. Maybe we elaborate. I think I'll choose the elaborate. Eleanor, are you mad? She lifts my hand, pressing it against her cheek, and softly sighs. My fingers touch her eyebrows, which seem to harbor a tinge of sadness. Yeah, it's a bad thing to encourage, yeah. I would never be mad at you. Just don't make me worry all the time, okay? Eleanor's anxious expression reminds me of the conversation I had with Cassidy. I decided I would dig deeper and uncover all the secrets she's hiding from me, yet I haven't found the right opportunity to ask. Eleanor's sly, Even if she does let something slip, she'll immediately change the subject. She never lets her guard down. Are you going to the office tomorrow? Yes. There's a new project that even the interns need to keep up with. My manager wants to use this opportunity to train me. I don't want to disappoint her. Are you attending the dinner party 2 days later as well? I'll come with you and take you home afterwards. I don't want you out for too long. How do you know about that? I asked Megan. I can't believe Megan betrayed me. A fire rises up in my chest, fueled by resentment. Of course, it wasn't because of Megan. After moving in with Eleanor, she's been like a private investigator, learning everything there is to know about me. She knows my entire schedule like the back of my hand. She seems to be under the assumption that I'm only safe when she has me tucked away in her pocket. Selena, are you listening? Huh? I bought a collection of novels, your favorite genre. Why don't we spend the weekend reading through them all? At home again. She's always finding ways to keep me inside. It's finally the weekend. Don't you want to go out? And we've barely had the time to chat after you moved in. I want to hang out with you, okay? Refusal is on the tip of my tongue, but her desperate, pleading expression leaves me stranded. All right. Sensing my hesitation, she softly comforts me. I know you have your doubts, but now's not the time. Once the dust settles, I promise I'll answer every question you have. My priority right now is keeping you safe. I don't respond. The second I arrive at work, Eleanor sends a text, asking if I'm there yet. After I answer, she immediately replies with an okay emoji. I don't want to be reminded of our conversations any longer. I shut off my phone and let out a sigh, resting my head on top of my desk. I never thought I'd find work so relaxing. Even the computer screen looks gorgeous. Yo, what's on your mind? Megan! Wow, somebody's excited. What, missed me? My mood lightens. She's as extroverted as ever. I think I saw Eleanor downstairs. Did she walk you to work? You two are getting serious really fast. Perhaps. I suddenly remember that Eleanor learned about my progress at work from Megan. That's how she knows so much about my every move. I don't know if I should tell Megan what's been happening with Eleanor. My problems are influenced by the supernatural. I fear a normal relationship solutions won't work. He even asked me about you. Asked what? Eleanor told me she's interested in dating you. She wanted to know your schedule to create some chance encounters. She also thinks you two are meant to be. It's so touching. You should say yes. Why didn't she tell Megan we're already dating? My head hurts. I know less and less about Eleanor. What else did she say? Nothing much. She asked me about your hobbies. Look, she seems serious about this. How do you feel about her? I bite my tongue and don't respond immediately. In the past, I wouldn't have kept anything from Megan. But thinking about how Eleanor kept our relationship a secret and used the excuse of liking me to dig into my personal life through my friends, it leaves me feeling frustrated and humiliated. I'm still thinking about it. Let's wait and see. Eleanor, you really like me? Is our compass even back on path yet? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, I don't think so. The sun is setting once my shift ends. I walk out of the building, completely forgetting to send Eleanor a message. I'm about to pull out my phone when the sun shines on a nearby bench. Eleanor is sitting there. You're done with work. Sorry, you must have waited a long time. No worries. I need to head back to school after walking you home. Be careful, okay? It's fine. I can walk back by myself. The words don't seem to reach her ears. She gently grabs my hand. Our fingers interlock. Holding hands with your lover is supposed to be sweet, but I just feel stiff and awkward. Her fingers wrap tightly around mine, but she fails to consider how unnatural this position is for me. I feel like I'm trapped. I pretend not to care and lower my head, glancing towards my hand stuck in her grip. I really want to pull it away with all the force I can muster, but I don't. We haven't gotten a choice in a bit, have we? No. The affection is at 100. Hidden is at 38. We aren't in the final stretch already, are we? Oh boy. These days continue for longer than I expected. Eleanor is stationed right next to me day after day. She willingly wastes her own time walking me everywhere. She refuses to let me venture out alone. Why do you have your camera there, hun? What's with that? Her daily schedule is more meticulous than before. Except this time it doesn't revolve around her daily life or studies. Instead, it revolves around me. It's suffocating. I don't have much experience with love, and even less with maintaining a relationship. But my gut tells me if this continues, we're going to break up. Doubt, apprehension, restlessness. These feelings become more and more prominent during our interactions. Eleanor controls every aspect of my life for the sole reason of calming her nerves. And as for what has her so high-strung, she won't tell me. She might be at ease. She might be at ease, but my worries grow day after day. I have too many questions. I pick a less pointed one from the gigantic pile and directly ask Eleanor on our way home. Eleanor, why did you tell Megan you were pursuing me romantically? She told you that? Eleanor sighs. A bitter smile crosses her lips. You two are co-workers, and you never mentioned to me about wanting to go public with our relationship. I thought you had your own plans. We can make our relationship public if you'd like. After saying that, she lightly swings her hands, as if declaring her claim over me. Let's talk about it later. I don't want to cause trouble. Eleanor mumbles in agreement, her eyebrows drooping. She lets go of my hand. I have to deal with something at school. It won't take long. Wait for me at home. I see that guilty look on your face. Or maybe you trying to pretend you know nothing. Humph. Your whistles are unconvincing. I'm a drink. Ow. You're not helping. After walking me upstairs and ensuring I'm home, Eleanor turns to leave. This again. She's clearly busy, yet she has to walk me to and from work. My chest tightens and my breath hitches. I know she doesn't want to hurt me, but this isn't the life I want. I can't take it any longer. Eleanor, I am a fully capable adult. I can take care of myself. You have your own life, so why do you keep shuttling me back and forth? I'm not a kid, and you're not my parent. I care too much. I can't stop myself from worrying about you. Most of your worries are unfounded. Why are you hung up about such insignificant matters? I can handle it myself. Why do you... My anger boils. My volume rises with it. Sorry. I didn't consider your feelings. The tone softens. I was worried something bad would happen to you. It's all my fault. I should have expressed myself better. But I'm afraid I'll have to keep troubling you until I can find a better solution. Is that okay? Faced with Eleanor's show of weakness and her pleading, what do I do? What do I do? We have a choice. Well, we're not in the final stretch yet. Okay. I'ma say refuse. Except this probably means breaking up, doesn't it? What do you mean by a better solution? Eleanor, am I just a problem you need to solve? I don't want you meddling in my life. Eleanor silently stares at me before abruptly taking a few steps forward. What do you mean? No saves coming, I just saved. Alright, look, it's right there. Eleanor silently stares at me before abruptly taking a few steps forward. Okay. You should head back to school. I don't want to follow you, Selena. I just want to protect you. I did. I did. I did. Don't worry. And I'm probably going to be going back to the other option just to see what happens. That's how we get the good ending sometimes. Yeah. Her voice is hoarse. Her eyes are desperate. I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable. Please, don't be mad at me. She's like a broken record. Our talk ends with me losing once again. Yeah, I'm going back. I want to see what happens. Avoid the question. That raises the affection. You still don't understand what I'm saying. Eleanor's showing weakness, but her words have hidden implications. I'm exhausted. I shift my gaze away. I'm sorry. You despise being with me that much. I don't despise it. But Eleanor, I don't want to be locked up, nor do I want to rely on you for everything. I need to know the truth. Ooh, this is delving into the truth. Okay. This is probably the better option. Hi, TJ. Nice hair for spooky month. Thank you. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. How have things been in the servers? I have not been keeping up at all. I'm sorry. Let me get back on whatever. I don't want to be locked up. I need to know the truth. And I will tell you everything. But not today. I hope you can understand. I let out an inner sigh. It's impossible to talk with Eleanor when she's like this. Our talk ends with me losing once again. Is this the better option? I mean, we demanded the truth again. Maybe if we keep demanding the truth, she'll eventually crack. Huh? Maybe. Maybe. Eleanor restrains herself more and more after every argument we have. I end up telling Megan that Eleanor and I are dating. Eleanor declines to comment. I spend the day organizing the room when I notice something's missing. I bend down, searching underneath Eleanor's desk. A paper box full of various items she'd bought has disappeared. Did she hide it somewhere? The scattered puzzle pieces slowly come together to form a hollow circle. These pieces feature Eleanor, Phoenix, Belle, and Nyx. As for me, well, I'm standing in the center. No matter who I ask, they all avoid the question. They seem so far and distant, becoming more and more of a blur. I must uncover the truth. The moment I make up my mind, it's like a burst of white light emerging from a crack of darkness. If I can rip it open, I'll see the light of day again. Oh, that's right, we need to unlock our own memories. Again. Maybe we just start a new save. Just in case. That's what I was thinking, yeah. Yeah. that all the next saves will be on a different slot, don't worry. Eleanor's not home with me today. Her advisor wanted me to meet with her, so she hurried over to school. Wanted to meet with her, not me to meet with her. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I sit at home reading a book. I have nothing better to do. The plot's just getting interesting when the doorbell rings, interrupting my thoughts. Eleanor? Did you forget your keys? No one answers. Eleanor? I reluctantly put down my book and walk towards the door. I'm about to look through the peephole when I suddenly hear a familiar voice. Gigi, it's me. Nixie? Oh, boy. This can't be good. What is she doing here? How did she find this place? Suspicion creeps into my mind, but after a moment of contemplation, I decide to open the door. I finally found you! Remember that theater troupe you like? I managed to get tickets for them. Why don't we go together? It's acting like this is normal. Oh boy. She eagerly waves. How dare you? God damn it. She eagerly waves the tickets. Indeed, the name of my favorite theater troupe is written on them. My eyes follow her hand movements, enticed. I am unable to look away. It would be so easy for me to accept her invitation. All I would need to do is take the ticket and walk out this door. But I remember how hostile Eleanor had been to Nyx. Nyx is probably involved with those secrets they've refused to let me in on. There are no clues pointing to Nyx being the culprit, nor has Phoenix advised me to avoid her. However, I cannot hastily accept her invitation. I have to keep myself calm. I can't let Nyx know that I'm putting up protective measures against her. Thanks, Nixie. I'd love to, but I can't. Why? I need to wait for Eleanor to return. Nixie's eyes darken, her face dropping in disappointment. So, are you living here for now, Gigi? Yes. No wonder I haven't seen you. She's kept you locked inside her home. How dare she? You can't even go outside without her approval? How's this any different from being placed under house arrest? Nyx grumbles, grabbing my arm like we're best friends. Her words are intended to sow discord between me and Eleanor, but deep down, I'm thinking the exact same way. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do we agree? I mean, it's Nixie. I don't think we should. But going out could force Eleanor's hand or something. She's gonna kidnap us again. Do it. Also, you're fine with this one. It was just Iris you didn't like. Alright. Oh. Erase that. Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? We'll see. Yeah, but it's normal for girlfriends to be together all the time. Nyx and Eleanor have been enemies for a long time. I might agree with what Nyx is saying, but I end up defending Eleanor. I don't want to admit to Nyx that Eleanor is keeping me under house arrest. Why don't you come with me, Gigi? Hmm? I'm worried about you. A spell misses you? Let's visit her together. Nyx, how dare you set foot in here? Eleanor suddenly appears behind Nyx, her expression icy. She immediately pushes Nyx aside and stands protectively in front of me. Eleanor, why are you back? I felt restless at school and decided to come back. Good thing I did. Nyx, you never change, do you? What are you saying? I'm just worried about her. I'm not the one who keeps Gigi locked up in my own apartment. Wait, are you scared? Eleanor's expression is cold as ice. She sneers. Why would I be scared? Nyx bursts into laughter. Of course you are, Xiang. There are too many things you fear. You're scared of making the same mistake again. Scared you'll see Fuguang. Shime! Eleanor hollers, losing control. Her hand balls up into a fist. That name... Fuguang. Out of nowhere, a sound invades my mind, ripping my head apart like I'd just been smacked with a baseball bat. It hurts. Nearly falling backwards, I grip the doorframe and close my eyes. I can hear cackling sounds, as though something's attempting to surface in the depths of my mind. Eleanor and Nyx rush to my side, shouting my name. Gigi! Selena! Eleanor's eyes are filled with horror and pain. She wraps her arms around my shoulder, letting me rest on her chest. What's wrong? Where does it hurt? I shake my head. The words I attempt to speak turn into painful howls. Here we go. Here we go. I start losing consciousness. Eleanor seems to be shouting something, but I can't hear her. Oh, God damn, she's pretty. I'm just gonna... Okay. Fuguang, you and I are kindred spirits, but our manners of conduct couldn't be more different. I worry about your indecisiveness and your inability to subdue evil. Now that Shime's true identity is known, why not act early and uproot the threat? Young, it is Shime's first time stepping foot into this world. It's too early to say whether she is good or evil. Why rush to slaughter her? With careful guidance, Guidance? Your so-called benevolence is simply foolishness. When she makes a grave mistake, it'll be too late to regret. Zhang, have you forgotten that divination? There is evil within you that lurks, waiting to break free. If you cling too tightly to your convictions, even the righteous path you lead will lead you astray. Obsession will consume you before you realize it. Those who are not our kind cannot be trusted. I will take action myself if you are unable to decide. I scream, sitting up. Cold sweat drips from my back. Are you okay? I'm right here. Eleanor holds my hand and brings a glass of warm water to my lips. Here, take a sip. My entire body is weak. I struggle to drink the water, but once a few sips make their way down my throat, the fear and despair I just felt slightly disappear. Eleanor wraps her arms around me, her eyes filled with concern. Eleanor should grow her hair out. She does look good with long hair. Explain dream. Eleanor, I had a dream. What was in it? Someone was shouting the name you mentioned to Nixie. I seem to know her. Eleanor's eyes are muddled. She takes a glass of water and lightly pinches my cheek. Don't think too much about it. Relax. I've been having trouble falling asleep. My emotions are completely spiraling. I stare at Eleanor, unable to stop myself from asking, Eleanor, are we going to continue like this forever? Because of some random danger to my life, I have no choice but to stay by your side. You spend the day fretting over me, and I'm unable to live my own life. Stop keeping me in the dark. I'm not okay with this, even if your goal is to protect me. What would you like to know? I'm curious. I'm curious. Ask. That doesn't do anything. What just happened? Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't ignore what just happened. We should explain. That's what I think anyway. I want to know about your relationship with Nixie. Why are the two of you always at odds with each other? Don't tell me it's jealousy. You know I won't buy it. You have to remember that she's not a good person. Staying away from her will save you 1,000,000,000 times over. You called her Chimay. Who's Chimay? I don't want her to avoid the question, so I ask her directly. Eleanor averts her gaze. I'm Fuquang, right? You're Zhang? What's the relationship between you, me, and Chimay? Eleanor sighs. I understand how you feel, but I can't rope you into this. She once put you in danger, and it was all because She abruptly pauses, biting her lip. She's reluctant to spare any more details. Her words do nothing to ease my worries. In fact, they only make me want to discover the truth even more. So you know something's a direct threat to my safety, yet you won't tell me the details. I grasp her hand, staring into her eyes. I won't let her dodge the question any longer. I won't threaten to leave you anymore. So please, tell me. Eleanor begins questioning herself, gazing into Selena's eyes. Her heart sways. What if she was wrong about this? She's no fool. She's seen the pain and doubt in Selena's eyes. It breaks her heart. But whenever she decides to tell Selena the truth, GMA and Phoenix's existence repeatedly reminds her. Even if she tells Selena, so what? If Selena enters this cycle of karma again because she's remembered the past, will Eleanor be able to cope with the pain of losing her once more? Her destiny has been written. Selena's life is finally on the right track. What if a few sentences from her cause Selena's life to be disrupted? If Selena discovers her fate, will that make the future even more uncontrollable? Eleanor cannot forget the pain and suffering she felt when she lost Selena. Her safety is of the utmost importance to her. Ooh. Lightheaded. I'm a drink. Hold on. Ow. Need to remember to breathe. Nah. That is not the straw. Hey. Sorry for the interruption. Her thoughts fight amongst themselves. She's unable to make a decision. Eleanor shuts her eyes and takes a deep breath. Let me think it over, okay? Guang died because of her own negligence. She refuses to make that same mistake again. She once put you in danger. Eleanor's expression was solemn. Her words and actions seemed truthful. Over the next few days, Eleanor is on high alert, making sure to protect me from anything and everything. She's only a few inches away whenever I run into even the slightest risk. For once, Eleanor isn't at home. I have nothing to do, so I scroll my phone. Nix is calling me. I hesitate for a second before ultimately deciding to pick up. After we exchange a few pleasantries, she starts ranting about Eleanor. How dare she lock you up inside? If I were in her shoes, I'd let you do whatever you want. She's just worried about me. I'll talk to her about it later. You have to be careful. Look at how evil she is. What if she loses her temper? I can't even imagine what she might do to you. Eleanor pushes the door open about halfway through our call. I'm home. You're back. I don't even have time to say goodbye to Nix before frantically hanging up the phone. I stuff my phone behind the couch. Were you on the phone? Megan told me one of my spreadsheets needs fixing. She wants me to head back to the office and go over it with her. Really? Why do you look so guilty then? What could I have done? I've been home this entire time. True. What did you buy? Curry chicken. I remember you liked it. Where's Cass? She went on a date with Megan. Megan called you about work while on a date? Wow, she's such a dedicated employee. Yeah, a complete surprise. Crap, she saw right through me. Luckily, I'm free tomorrow. I can take you to work. Yeah. Eleanor makes sure she's by my side regardless of what I'm doing. If the office allows visitors, she'd probably never leave my side. I'm at my wit's end. I have no idea how to bring this up to Eleanor. Her eyes are sincere. I can tell she truly cares about me, even if she won't tell me what's in her what has her in such a constant state of terror. I opened the curry chicken rice she bought me. It's still warm. She sits right next to me, not taking her eyes off me for a single second. My phone won't stop buzzing in my pocket. I'm guessing Nix is currently texting me. I hung up without even saying goodbye. She must be worried out of her mind. Why do I feel so guilty? It's not like I did anything wrong. Oh yeah, I saw Phoenix on the way back. She told me to tell you that the needle is slowly returning to its correct position. This is good, right? Really? Sounds like good news. Does that solve any of your problems? Yeah, a few. All the dangers I'm facing should be resolved if the needle returns to its correct spot, right? That means freedom is coming soon. I can freely love, freely live, and Eleanor will return to normal. My heart soars in the sky. I must ask Phoenix about this now. Eleanor, I'd like to return to my home for a few days. Her eyebrows immediately furrow. It's unsafe for you there. Is there something important you have to take care of? I want to see Phoenix and the others. Plus, Megan is off from work these next few days. I'd like to invite her over to my apartment to hang out. We haven't seen each other in ages. You can tag along too. No. Eleanor remains firm, even after I give her multiple reasons to allow me to return home. She doesn't even leave any room for compromise. Her attitude douses me in cold water, ruining all the joy I just felt. She's kept me inside these past few days the second she thinks I'll be in danger. This has happened a bunch of times already. It's not safe there. If you want to see Phoenix and the others, you can invite them to my apartment. This way I can ensure you're safe. She takes a step back, noticing my anger. I'm not concerned about meeting Phoenix, nor am I concerned about hanging out with Megan. I'm an adult. I can take care of myself. I'm terrified of losing you, and you understand how I feel. Eleanor, you're not my guardian. There's no need for you to monitor my every move. Like you, I've been staying with you because I don't want to make you sad. But I hope you can understand that I'm not an item that belongs to you. I just want you to be okay. I want to protect you. That's why I'm keeping you by my side. Can anyone really guarantee the safety of another human being? Life comes with difficulties. If fate says my life will be in danger, then no one can do anything about that. Might as well live each day to its fullest. I remember Phoenix's prophecy. Now that the needle is returning to normal, I want to know my fate. Yet Eleanor is standing in my way. I glared daggers at her. How are you so sure you can change the future, Eleanor? Of course I can. I'll come up with something as long as you're by my side. Please, just give me more time. Trust me. Nothing's set in stone. There are turbulent emotions surging in Eleanor's eyes that I've never seen before. What happened in our past life? You're willing to argue with me for days on end instead of telling me. Let me carry this burden with you. Eleanor, that was my life too. Why won't you tell me? I'm filled with despair. I'm no longer thinking logically. You continue hiding this from me. I will have to reconsider our relationship. Eleanor grabs my wrist so tightly it starts to hurt. I try to break free from her grip, but it's too hard. Why do you put me in such a difficult spot? All you need to know is that I refuse to let Shime anywhere near you. That's enough, Eleanor. I'm at my breaking point. I furiously shake her hand off, using so much force that I fall down on the couch. I ignore Eleanor's attempt to help me and push myself up. Fine, don't tell me. But I'll have you know that I've suffered enough already dealing with you saving my life. I don't need a girlfriend that only brings me pain. Anger gets the best of me, and these vicious words leave my mouth before I can stop them. It's too late for me to regret my actions once I realize what I've said. Eleanor has gone overboard, but it was all done to protect me. I shouldn't vent my frustrations on her. I don't speak. She doesn't either. The atmosphere is deathly quiet. Only now do I notice the bags under her eyes growing darker and darker each passing day. I'm not the only one who's been staying up all night. So is she. My heart is stricken with guilt. I decide to take a step back and retreat to my room. What happened in my past life? Why can't I remember? It's late at night. I should be asleep, but I'm turning and tossing in my bed, unable to achieve sweet bliss. After accidentally stumbling upon a world I wasn't supposed to, a door sealed with my memories opens. The doorway is cramped, hiding the truth. No one's allowed to pass through. Every day I try to access those memories, to open that door, to discover just a little more. But I fall into a dreamless sleep every night, unable to venture into that world. No time for hesitation. I bolt upright and grab a thick book off my headboard, dashing out of the room. The living room's lights are on. Eleanor's standing next to the couch, completely stiff. Looking closely, I notice her shoulders trembling. Eleanor, are you okay? Oh, that was her. Okay. What happened? I slowly set down the book. Eleanor finally snaps back to reality and fearfully tugs on the corner of my shirt. Hold on. Did I read things correctly? Off my headboard. Oh, okay. To use as an improvised weapon, I guess. And then, yeah, she's standing next to the couch. Okay. Yeah, fearfully tugs on the corner of my shirt. Sorry. Sorry. Was I too loud? It's fine. I wasn't asleep. What happened? Why are you just standing there? A black shadow dashes across the floor. A cockroach. Eleanor, are you scared of cockroaches? I find myself stunned. Eleanor's scared of bugs? She's not even scared of ghosts. I was pouring myself a glass of water when I saw it crawl under the couch. Eleanor, I'm surprised you're scared of cockroaches. Eleanor seems to have solidified into ice. She stares at the floor. I rarely see her like this. I desperately hold in a giggle, trying not to hurt Eleanor's feelings. Aw. At last, a cute scene after all this. I pat her on the shoulder. I grab a wet paper towel in one hand and a slipper in the other. Don't worry. Leave this to me. When dealing with cockroaches, remember these 3 words. Fast, accurate, violent. I crouch down to the left of the couch and throw my slipper towards the right. The cockroach is dazed and scared by the sound, choosing to bolt out towards the left. Too late. My other slipper is wrapped in wet paper towels. I strike the cockroach. Thwack! You were wondering where the cute scenes were? We had lots of cute scenes before Eleanor remembered. And we just do that. Success! I toss its remains into the garbage and retreat. Okay. Problem solved. I clap my hands together and turn around. Eleanor is standing there like a statue, her eyes completely lost. She must have been awfully terrified. Eleanor? Eleanor? I wave my hand in front of her. Selena. Eleanor snaps out of it. She slowly scoots towards the trash can, making sure that the once squirming black object now lies completely still. She lets out a sigh of relief. You're incredible. Just a life skill. I never expected the supposedly fearless Eleanor to quiver in the fear of a cockroach. I find it cute. Eleanor tugs on my sleeve. Perhaps I accidentally let a chuckle or two slip out of my mouth. Why did you use a wet paper towel? Cockroaches release eggs before they die. A wet paper towel stops those eggs from flying everywhere. Just an added layer of security. I see. I'll remember that. I'll remember that too. That's good to know. Huh. Are you going to study this as well? Oh, drink your water. I'll watch over you. I'm not that scared. I hug my arms, glancing at Eleanor. It feels surreal. We were arguing during the day, but right now, my heart inexplicably softens at Eleanor showing a sign of weakness. A lot of my frustration disappears. After finally seeing a lesser-known side of Eleanor, I feel closer to her. She's no longer flawless. She's much more real. Keep what happened a secret. How much are you paying me? Taking advantage, aren't we? Fine. I'll buy you dinner at that restaurant you've been wanting to visit. Eleanor suggests a restaurant we've previously discussed visiting. It's an expensive, exclusive place. I giggle. I'm not happy because of the restaurant. I'm happy because Eleanor and I are finally having a conversation without being down each other's throats. That sounds right. Sounds right? Sounds right for the payment. Are you Disappointed after finding out I'm scared of bugs. Why would I be disappointed? Everyone's afraid of something. I silently recall the events that have happened between us recently. Whether it's arguments or tears, they all seem to disappear into the void. The only thing I care about is Eleanor. You don't have to be scared as long as I'm here. I softly caress Eleanor's face, trying to comfort her dejected self. The last time I saw her like this, she just failed at cooking. Ah, I remember that scene. Good memories. No one's perfect. Everyone knows that, including Eleanor. But she adamantly refuses to show any imperfect side of her to me. That's how we felt about Iris. True. And now, faced with such an Eleanor, I feel as though I'm finally getting to know the real her. I feel blessed. Eleanor, you always talk about how you're worried about losing me and how you want to protect me. But I also want to protect you. Why won't you tell me the truth? Even if the journey ahead is tough, I want to venture down that road with you together. This isn't solely your burden to shoulder. He still refuses to budge after everything. I coldly put down my hand and avert my gaze. You told me you'd think about it, but you're still handling everything by yourself. Am I that unreliable? I'm disappointed. I don't want a relationship where one of us constantly has to rely on the other. It feels like I've failed at being a girlfriend. It's not like that. Eleanor gently reaches for my wrist, afraid I'll leave. Her eyes are conflicted, fighting a war of their own. I don't push her away. I just sigh and continue. I always thought that we were aligned, but reality proves otherwise. It's my fault for assuming that. Meh. When I wake up in the morning, the dining table is full of hot, steamy breakfast foods. Eleanor probably bought them. It's a cozy scene, but I feel like I'm on another planet, watching Eleanor eat by herself. Sorry, Eleanor. Can't finish it. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? I'm just in a bad mood. It's nothing. She sits down next to me, concerned. After a while, she comes to some sort of a decision and slowly begins speaking. I spent last night thinking about this, and you can ask me any questions you have. This is the first time Eleanor's offering to answer my questions. It's a good opportunity. I'm instantly energized. I ponder over the information currently available to me right now and carefully choose my words. Is this because of Nyx? Is all of this because Chime previously hurt me, and you're worried she'll hurt me again? Is that why you refused to let me near her? She sits in silence for a moment before nodding. A few memories came back to me, but they were just shards. I'm not sure of the exact events. I think you must have meant a lot to me in my past life. I can't bear to see you shoulder this burden alone. Eleanor, tell me everything. Guang, Zhang, and Chime. Tell me our story. What happened? Silence again. A long period of silence. I wait for her to respond. She meets my eyes. Neither one of us look away. She's staring at me, yet she also sees right through me. She's stuck in her memories, fighting her own war. Eleanor has been keeping me locked in a cage. She's under a high amount of stress. It's all to protect me, but she knows this is wrong. I'm about to repeat my question when Eleanor deeply inhales and slowly begins speaking. Zhang was me in a previous life. You were Fuguang. We were cultivators, tasked with the goal of dispelling evil spirits. We became fast friends, devoted to the same cause after getting to know each other. We frequently exchanged letters, even when we were on opposite sides of the world. Fuguan cultivated for many years and saw many things. She often wrote in her letters about the demons she found and how she eliminated them. I shared my cultivation journey with Fuguang as well. We motivated each other to continue working even harder. This is very similar to the dynamic between me and Eleanor right now. No wonder we both felt that odd sense of familiarity. Then, Chime appeared. My heart tightens hearing Chime's name. I know that she's a key figure in my previous life. Because of her, Fuguang ultimately ended up dying from a forbidden technique that had backfired. If I had replaced you, perhaps. Eleanor's face is as pale as a sheet of paper. She pauses, her lips quivering. She's about to continue when suddenly she clutches her head in pain and agony. Don't... Are these memories bringing her so much pain? My heart aches for her. I hold her hand, trying to comfort her. What's wrong, Eleanor? My head hurts. I might have caught a cold yesterday. You can ask Phoenix any other questions you have. My memory is incomplete. She knows more than I do. Take a taxi home. I can't walk you this time. I debate upon whether or not to leave, but before deciding to text Cassidy, telling her to take care of Eleanor. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye. I've temporarily regained my freedom, but after leaving Eleanor's apartment, I have repeatedly turned my head back, worried about her condition. I'm distressed the entire way home. I have a bad feeling. I've spent the last few days at the sea home. I'm finally able to return to my own apartment today. Once I'm home, I find Phoenix. She already senses my inquisitive presence, calmly sitting in the room. Ah! How? Thank you. In fact, I think I'll take my break at this point. Ow. It seems like a good spot to take a pause. I'll take a break and rest my voice. Yeah. Alrighty. Let me just... You wanna run out for a bit for perfect timing? Alrighty. Sounds good. See you in a bit then. Wah wah wah. the back. Hello. Let me turn the sound back on. Alrighty. Now, let's see where this goes. Right? I am full of dread. Hello. And anxiety. Thank you. How are you all feeling? I just read the lines, Nui. Just read it. Hey. Once I'm home, I find Phoenix. She already senses my inquisitive presence, calmly sitting in the room. Ah, thou art here, Selena. There's no time for pleasantries. I cut to the chase. Eleanor told me that because of Chimei, Fuguang ultimately ended up dying from a forbidden technique that had backfired. What happened, Phoenix? I shall explain, for there is no longer any reason to keep this veiled in secrecy. When Eleanor talked about Fuguang dying, her face was so pale. I sigh again, recalling her depressed expression. She was suffering due to losing me in a previous life. How could my heart not ache for her sorrow? Phoenix starts from the very beginning. It lines up with what Eleanor had told me. The latter part of the story is what Eleanor had omitted. Once, a young woman appeared at thy side, calling herself Xia. She leaned upon thee for all things, yet her heart was steeped in malice. No soul perceived her to be, in truth, Chimei. Next. When her dark nature was laid bare, thou and she quarreled endlessly over her punishment. Why can't I speak as her? The book. Choosing to at last seal her away upon her next misdeed. No wonder Eleanor and Nyx never got along. Yea, in a life past, Chimei's heart was steeped in wickedness, and her actions brought thee nigh to ruin. This hath become the knot within her soul, and Eleanor struggles yet to move forward. The means by which thou didst steal her were born of a dark and cruel power. The caster of such magic would forfeit their life and incur the wrath of the heavens. So that's why we died, okay. Now, did it really backfire, or is it by design with this spell? That means the caster must have been... Zhang offered herself, for she loved thee deeply and would not let thee fall. Phoenix pauses, a rare hint of grief appearing on her face. But Fuguang was a step ahead of her, right? That should not have been as cheerful as I made it. But Fuguang was a step ahead of her, right? I don't wait for Phoenix to finish. I already know the answer. At this moment, I finally understand why Eleanor fought so hard to protect me. Correct. Thou didst overcome Chimei and seal her away. I see. My head hurts. Feels like my head's being ripped apart. White light flashes before my eyes. I clutch my head in searing pain, collapsing on the couch. Selena! Am I... Fuguang? Who am I? Fuguang! Why? Why did you do this? Why? My eyes are blurred. I can't see anything clearly, only vaguely sensing the warm droplets of water landing on my face. Is it raining? No. I mean, Kinda is. Looks like it's raining here. Hey ghost, welcome back. Can't remember, did we rack this way in the next route? When we started remembering? I think so. I think it was painful then too. Those are tears. I hear tears falling. I force my eyes to open, but I can't see who it is in front of me. The blood on my clothes weighs down on me. I want to wipe her tears away, but my arms don't move. My internal organs seem to be torn and ripped apart. Every breath I take sends pain shooting down my body. I slowly lose consciousness. Zhang's appearance blurs. Zhang, you're here. Exchanging peace, easing my body. I have no regrets. My only regret is you. Guang had studied Taoist principles ever since she was a kid. Where there's turmoil, there's her. She made the decision years ago to eliminate all evil in the world, even if it meant dying. She didn't regret using a forbidden technique, nor did she regret sacrificing her own life. She only felt remorse at the very last second before losing consciousness. Perhaps leaving behind Zhang was too cruel to her. What happened to me? Do not let fear take hold. Thy memories are tangled, yet in time this burden shall lift. No. Take thy rest at home, and do not overtax thyself. Yeah. And Belle? When Fuguang died, Belle had failed to appear. Or perhaps she simply didn't want to witness such a tragic ending. I suddenly glance around the room. Belle's not home. The cat demon has left 2 days hence, for reasons I know not. Did she once again choose to escape? I have no idea where she went. Beware, for the cat demon has been swayed by Chimei. Yet fear not, for I shall keep thee and those dear to thee from harm. Phoenix's promise soothes me. I trust that Belle will be fine. I nod and weakly sink into the couch. Zhang is headstrong, yet her heart is steadfast in her feelings for thee. Thy destinies are not yet at their terminus. The heavens have granted thee another meeting with her. Zhang. The memories of my past life intermix with the shadows of this one. I subconsciously start muttering this familiar yet foreign name, my head swimming with images of Eleanor. She appears to be in control, but fears tiny little bugs. She went out of her way to learn how to cook, just for me. The Eleanor I know and the impressive cultivator Phoenix described to me are so different, yet they're both the same person. Maybe I shouldn't blame her. Right now, I'm uncontrollably missing her warm palm. Even my cat doesn't love me. Don't say that. Why? She does. She does. Selena left. She knows Selena only went to ask Phoenix about her previous life, but Eleanor still finds it nerve-wracking. Will she forgive my selfish actions after learning the truth from Phoenix? There's nothing to regret if knowing the truth puts her at ease. even if she decides to leave me. It's all worth it if it means she's safe. I spend the next few days resting at home and recovering my memories. I don't know how I should face Eleanor. On one hand, I hate how controlling she was, but on the other, I understand her fears. Those two emotions intertwine with one another. I choose to escape. Weirdly, Eleanor doesn't contact me, nor does she contact Phoenix. Eleanor seems to have completely disappeared from my life. Is it because I was too harsh with my words? I spent the next few days relaxing at home. If not for Phoenix, I would have started to question if everything was merely an absurd hallucination. While I'm moping, I feel my phone buzzing in my pocket. My heart skips a beat. Selena, could you stop by my apartment if you're free? I have something I need to tell you. Eleanor. What's wrong? Eleanor texted me. She says she has something she wants to tell me, but I still haven't decided how I'm going to face Eleanor. Or, more accurately, Zhang. Guang's memories have been integrated into my brain, but I still think of myself as Selena. But is the person on the other end of the phone the Eleanor I know? Or is she Zhang, the woman trapped in a land of dreams for 1,000 years, desperately guarding Guang? Then go. Do you think I should go? Seek a harmonious ending if thou canst, and finds understanding in kind. Moreover, she hath aided thee greatly. Yeah. Okay, I'll go. The door's unlocked. She probably left it open for me. I push the door open. It's quiet inside. The only sound I hear is the sound of Eleanor sitting on the couch, flipping through the pages of her book. She's currently reading. Sorry for making you wait so long. Getting here took some time. I'm glad you're here. Eleanor is calm, as though there haven't ever been a rift between us, and I had never left. I'd simply gone downstairs. The atmosphere is tranquil, but my heart still feels uneasy. Talk about past memories. Phoenix told me a lot over these past few days. Eleanor's expression doesn't change, but her fingers tighten around the corner of her shirt. Did she? You now know why I was so terrified, right? Eleanor carefully glances at me, no longer in control of the situation. I lower my gaze, noticing that her fingers, clenched around the corner of her shirt, have become pale white, foreshadowing a tragic ending. She's scared. She saw her dear friend's soul fly away and scatter. If I were in her shoes, I'd also be scared. Zhang's heart was overshadowed by Guang's death. That powerless feeling must be a form of cruel torture for her. Don't worry. Regardless of what happens, I'll always be next to you. We'll face everything together, okay? Thank you, Selena. Since you now remember, then Nyx. I suddenly remember I forgot to ask Phoenix about how Chime managed to escape being sealed away. Wasn't Chime supposed to be sealed away in the 9 circles of hell? How did she escape? Phoenix told me that after 1,000 years, the spell lost its effect. It's absolutely imperative we find another method to seal Chime again. I didn't want you to get involved, So I begged Phoenix to keep this from you. Teammate's target has always been you. I kept you by my side because I feared for your safety. When you left, I reflected upon my actions. I was too stubborn. I should have asked for your opinion as well. Eleanor, I've spent the last few days researching records involving spells in Jime. Most of the knowledge from our previous life has become obsolete. We can only search from books that exist today. Jime is unstable. I don't know how much time we have left. We can discuss this with Phoenix. She might have a plan. Yes, Phoenix has much experience with these matters. Perhaps she has a solution in mind. It turns out Eleanor invited me over to discuss a plan for fighting Jime. Her personality hasn't changed. We exchanged a few words afterwards. Our conversation's still stiff due to our argument a few days ago. However, I'm certain that after all this is over, our relationship will recover. Before I leave, Eleanor steadily gazes at me. Selena, what's up? Eleanor's lips part, as if she wants to say something, but she hesitates. She settles on a smile and gently reminds me, be careful on the way home. I'll wait with you until your ride comes. It's fine, Eleanor. Let's meet another day. When all this finally ends, we will restart our relationship. It'll be relaxed and free of burdens. I leave Eleanor's apartment, waiting for my ride on the side of the road. Gigi, what a coincidence. Where are you going? I hear a familiar voice behind me. I spin around and meet Nyx's smile. Jime? The memory I have of Jime is violent and fierce. Seeing her as the innocent Nyx Jia makes me hesitate. My expression is complicated, but Nyx seems oblivious, affectionately linking our arms together and resting her head on my shoulder. Are you heading home? Why don't I come with you, Gigi? No thanks. Don't refuse so quickly. What if you run into danger? I'll be worried. Gigi, is Eleanor the only one who's allowed to worry about you? She smiles innocently, her eyes crinkling, her fangs peeking out from behind her lips. Can I come with you, Buguang Gigi? Nyx's smile reminds me of a blooming flower. She approaches me step by step. Her movements are normal, yet I find myself locked in place. I can't break free. I quickly realize that we seem to be stuck in some special space between reality and fantasy. There are no pedestrians around us. The street is as quiet as still water. Oh boy. In an instant, she and I teleport to a forest in the mountains. What do you want? The answer should be obvious, isn't it? I know you remember everything. So you must understand I refuse to let you and Zhang... Before she can finish her sentence, the ground shakes. A figure slowly appears, standing in front of me. Refuse to let us do what? Eleanor grasps Nyx's wrist as she reaches out, her tone cold and sharp. How dare you show up here, Jime? Don't even think about hurting her again. Scram! Zhang, you already know my motive. You really expect me to obey your orders. What a shame. There's no longer any need for me to hold back, Fuguang. By extracting your soul, I will gain an immense amount of power. No one will ever seal me away again. Do you think we'll let you get away with this? Phoenix and I have discussed the situation over the past few days. She isn't allowed to directly interfere with my preordained fate, but she'll rush to my aid if need be. Rush to save me if Jime threatens my life. By the decree of the heavens above, eliminate all evils and extinguish all falsehoods. Slay every demon and protect our citizens. The Xuandu laws have been spoken. Let action be swift. Eleanor mutters as fast as she can under her breath, her hands casting the spell. The moment she reaches out with her right hand, a sizzling white light bursts forth in the air, darting forward viciously like a sharp arrow. The sound of metal clashing together echoes in the air. The area around us is as bright as the sun, stinging my eyes. I barely make out the scene before me. Nyx's fiery blade slices through the light, stabbing Eleanor's arm. It's all happening so fast. Her arm is covered in a never-ending blood, awakening me from my dreamlike state. Eleanor! I'm fine. I help Eleanor stand up, fiercely glaring at Nyx, who laughs maniacally. She may direct your anger at me, not her. Such a shame. That was my intent as well. It's a pity that Zhang doesn't know when to quit. She just had to protect you. I want to flee with Eleanor, but my limbs are numb. I can't move anymore. Where do you think you're going, my beloved cultivators? Jime smiles, as sweet as sugar. She must have done something to immobilize my body. Despair fills the air. Eleanor and I are ordinary mortals in this life. The effectiveness of any spells we could have used are greatly diminished by a lack of cultivation. Now, facing Jime in her true form, we find ourselves as helpless as tiny little ants. When Jime called us cultivators, her tone was dripping with sarcasm. Phoenix, hurry up, I'm begging you. Today, you two will die. Right here. Eleanor, I wish we spent more time together in this life. I have too many regrets. If we get another chance. While I'm preparing my last words, succumbing to my despair, my lover falls unconscious in my arms. A crimson light descends upon us, enveloping Jime. She howls fiercely before disappearing into thin air. Oh, she showed up. Hey, woo-woo. Selena, art thou wounded? Phoenix's robes flutter in the air as she rushes to my side. I take a few deep breaths before finally managing to speak. I'm fine. You made it just in time, but Eleanor's hurt. Jime. We might have been powerful cultivators in our previous life, but the current versions of ourselves are simply ordinary mortals. Yesterday I was complaining about how aloof and overbearing Eleanor was. Today I'm holding her in my arms, unable to do anything to save her. What about Jime? She was cast into the center of the spell. Another shall see her anew. Worry not. Phoenix explains, kneeling down to examine Eleanor's injuries. With her free hand, she uses 2 fingers to press against Eleanor's shoulder and arm. The light fades, and the bleeding slowly stops. Eleanor's breathing gradually returns to normal. She is merely stunned by the spell's power, and shall soon recover. Jime sought not to slay thee outright. Eleanor shielded thee, perhaps to quiet her own inner strife. I let out a sigh of relief, gripping Eleanor's hand, never wanting to let go. I'm so happy to hear she's going to recover. As for Jime, is there a chance she'll escape being sealed again? Worry not for Jime. Her strength is but a shadow of its former self. She shall never rise again. It's finally over. I sigh in relief after hearing Phoenix's words. I'm so relieved. Why didn't Eleanor just tell me this from the very beginning? Maybe she wouldn't have been hurt if I'd simply cooperated. The truth that was hidden from thee was not born of ill intent. Thou and Chime left grievances unresolved in thy former life. It is a tangled web thou now face in this one. I consulted the heavens many a time regarding thy fates. They foretold that thy destinies would twist and overturn, yet not without calamity. Through much consultation, I uncovered a path that was not barred by death. Eleanor and I wove many plans, fearing to introduce any chance for ruin. Phoenix softly sighs. In all my years wandering this mortal realm, Selena, I must say, thy fate is the most fickle I have ever seen. My heart fills with guilt once I hear this. One thing more, Selena. I must now depart. What? Why? This is so sudden. Thy destiny hath been restored to its proper course. The curse is broken, and thy life shall go on untroubled. My work here is done. I wish thee peace and joy in the days to come. May thy path be ever smooth. All things must find their end, but we may yet meet again, should fate allow it. The Nixia that was truly Chime will forever disappear from my world. Phoenix can no longer accompany me. Everything's happening too fast. My heart shatters, but there's no one to piece it back together. Phoenix notices my reluctance and comforts me. All things must find their end, but we may yet meet again, should fate allow it. As soon as she finishes her sentence, Eleanor stirs from her slumber, weakly moving in my arms. Phoenix, thank you for taking care of Selena. Eleanor, now that all is resolved, there is no cause to linger in sorrow. Thou and Selena may forge thy future together. Treasure this life thou hast been granted. Phoenix, there are a million things I want to say, but the only thing that comes out of my mouth are choked sobs. Phoenix gently strokes my hair. Grieve not, for all good things must find their close. It grows late. Thou shouldst return home. I must linger here till the barrier fades. I don't want her to leave, but deep down I know that our parting is inevitable. Hey, wah! So I know it wasn't Eleanor, but are we still counting this as kidnapping? Does this make it 3 out of 4? I mean, it's not really kidnapping. I mean, Eleanor didn't really do the kidnapping. We agreed to go over to her house and stay there. It could potentially be compared to a house arrest, maybe. Or like protective custody, something like that. The only real kidnapping that happened in this branch would be when Chime teleported us into the forest. That's my thoughts anyway. After saying my goodbyes to Phoenix, Eleanor and I take a taxi to the nearest hospital. The doctor performs a full checkup on Eleanor. Thankfully, Nyx hadn't hit any of her major arteries, and the bleeding was stopped just in time. The doctor suggests she rest at home for a few days. While stitching Eleanor's wound together and giving her medicine, the doctor curiously asks how we stopped the bleeding. We simply smile, avoiding the question. The doctor has no choice but to drop the matter. We are told that Eleanor must monitor her diet and daily routine while recovering, frequently checking on the wound and return for regular checkups. After this long and complicated hospital visit finally ends, I take Eleanor back to my apartment, which was relatively closer. I let out a sigh of relief, wiping the sweat off my forehead. I help Eleanor lie down on the couch, but she grabs my hand, refusing to let me leave. No. Selena, Let me just real quick do that. You're gonna count it? I see. We are very kidnappable, it seems, yes. What's wrong? Are you hurt? I'm so scared. I feared losing you again and again. I'm still terrified. What if I'd been a second later? I don't even want to think about it. Eleanor presses my palm against her chest. I feel her heart violently pumping underneath the soft fabric. I prepared beforehand, and Phoenix just arrived in time. But if Chime had another trick up her sleeves... I've never had a day like this before. I didn't know whether or not we'd win, yet I still had to gamble. She looks up. Her face is still deathly pale. Her soft golden eyes are misty tears threatening to spill. Eleanor, I'm scared too. I was scared of losing you. If our places were swapped, I probably would have done the same thing as you. Eleanor, I want to be by your side forever. Let's never leave each other again, alright? I won't ever let go of you again. The warmth of our embrace lingers in the air. My ears burn once I realize what I just said, but I don't want Eleanor to see. I absentmindedly pick up a pillow from the couch, noticing claw marks left behind by Belle. My heart immediately sours. I touch the fabric, tracing over the marks with my fingers. A feeling of nostalgia strikes me. Where did Belle go? That stupid cat. Do you miss that cat, demon? Belle is very obedient. She left in such a hurry. I hope she finds a nice place to settle down. I don't want her to roam the streets as a stray cat. Relax. Phoenix wouldn't let anything happen to her. We can adopt a cat if you'd like. Perhaps not this year. I have so many deadlines I need to meet. Executive Chi wants me to work on a new project. How could I... Oh, crap! What's wrong? I suddenly remember that I still have a project proposal I need to write. I don't know what to say. Do you need help? I know a little about your job. Would you like to stay over tonight? Perhaps my question was inherently wrong. Eleanor looks dumbfounded before forcibly coughing. A smile crosses her lips. She stares into my eyes. I have a tiny favor to ask. What? I want to be with you, not just for tonight. Is that okay? My breath hitches. My eyes widen. Are you saying... Eleanor's eyes remind me of a pitiful puppy waiting for her owner to take her home. I made a huge mistake by not considering your feelings. Since we're together, we need to face these things together. I'm so happy you stayed with me. I'm so happy you didn't leave. Could you give me another chance? It would make me over the moon. I want to move in with you. I'll be the one by your side this time, okay? Her words are earnest and filled with hope. This is a confession and a promise. Every word carries weight, dispelling any doubts or apprehensions I had. The disappointment, frustration, and anger vanish into the clouds, leaving behind a soft warmth. Okay. I meet Eleanor's eyes. Joy and love surge forth, shrouding the room in a wave of happiness. Oh, damn! Actual kiss scene. Let's fucking go. Oh my gosh, are we actually getting kissing sounds too? I see. Eleanor leans in, and I find myself bending down. We're like two stars in the galaxy, roaming through the infinite universe, drawn together by gravity. Our bodies quake upon the collision, The repulsive force that had once stood between us is gone. Our lips clash together. Her kiss is gentle and soft, while mine is full of unspoken love. We both still have so much to say to each other, but a kiss is worth 1,000 words. Perhaps this sweet, tender moment is the best outcome we could hope for after enduring hardship across 2 lifetimes. Life is just a huge dream. How many autumns will we experience together? The storms along the way were tormenting, but also valuable experiences. From now on, we can better understand and cherish one another. I whisper, I love you, Eleanor. Me too, Serena. We embrace again, warmth filling the air. Our future together will be an exciting, wonderful journey. Let's fucking go! The only voice acting is the kissing scenes. That's actually not true. There is voice acting for the girls. I've only disabled it so that way I can voice act it myself. Yeah. I'm like that, you know. What? What's that say? What's that say? Is that ha or What is it? Oh. Oh. It says oh, okay. Wow. Oh, okay. How are you doing, Jorge? Hope you're having a good day. That was Eleanor's route and happy end. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I liked it very much. There was a lot of cute and wholesome moments in this route, but there was also a lot of emotional damage. Yes, that makes all the basic routes. Yes. And that would make this the final stream for this game that I'm going to be doing. Anything extra that may or may not be in this game, y'all are going to have to discover for yourselves. I'm just gonna... Why does it still have the... Oi. Still blurry. God damn it. Fine. I'll take it even if it's blurry. Sadly, you were late. Yeah. Sadly, you missed a lot. However, if you'd like, you can look into my channel and watch the VODs that I have. The archives that I have of playing this game. You should be able to find my entire journey through it and see how I voice act each character. You should find more visual novels for me to voice act. I have no objections to that. I love doing this. So, yeah. Expect more in the future. You're gonna subscribe? My channel looks interesting and with the AI translating, it's great. Ah, okay. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'll see you in future streams as well. You wanna link each of the routes together for 4 main VODs? Oh, how do you mean that? Oh, I get how you mean it. Okay. String them all together one after the other, yeah? For each route. actually expecting to finish it today. Oh. That's right, this weekend on Sunday, horror movies in VC. Guys, it'll be every weekend this month. Different horror movies every time, of course. So, if anybody would like to join us with that, feel free. That should be fun. That should be a lot of fun. The only rules are no talking during important scenes and talking over the characters. If it's like quiet moments where nobody's talking, it's fine. And if nothing too important is going on, yeah, it's fine, but yeah. That's about it. So, that'll be it for this stream. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this game and loved this game as much as I did. It is a great game. So many cute scenes. Some great tension and twists that we went through. It was great. Yeah. God, remember the first route? The first time we played? When we went through Nixie's route? When we got to the twist? Like, holy shit. That was a big surprise to me. I didn't expect anything like that. Like, we had the curse, you know, the whole love curse thing. I figured that would be the only supernatural stuff in the whole game, but it turns out there was a lot more. Thank you for the wonderful VA works you do for us on the stream. Wow. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys like it. We were Cookie back then, a completely different person. Indeed. Then we evolved into Selena. Let's see. That'll be it for me today. Y'all have a good night. Take care of yourselves, eat well, drink water, and yeah. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye, Jorge. I have no idea if I'm saying your name right, by the way. Anyway, bye.